why Paul said we glory in tribulation. We glory. Why? Because there's something developed and we know something. So don't ever. How many people do you meet? They'll tell you, I was all right until such and such happened to me. And it start dictating my character. No, you don't allow seasons to dictate your character. Because if you do, then every time something come along, you're going to be a different kind of person all the time. You're going to be so wishy-washy. Because we're allowing this stuff to dictate how we're going to act. And I'm going to just be frank with you. Some stuff you deal with is going to be tougher than other stuff. That's why you got to really yield to God and ask God to help you persevere. Because, listen, you cannot afford to let that begin to dictate your character. Yes. I mean, my wife and I have had some tight. I mean, tight. If there's another word, is there another word for tight? That's tighter than tight? I mean, tight. But we said we're not letting the tightness dictate our honoring God with our tithes and offering. We just said that. I mean, God, we have to go out and you embarrassed, or we're going to stick with this and you're going to have to help us. And I'm going to tell you some character development. My. Yeah. Devil going to frighten you as much after that. Because he'll tell you stuff, but you're learning to think like Jesus. You realize God's going to come through anyway. God's going to come through anyway. Don't act a fool and jump the bridge. Jump over the end of the water. Don't act a fool. Just have faith. Walk. Be consistent. Hallelujah. Woo! Glory. That was just for me. If you want to get in on it, that's fine. Hallelujah. Third, character development must take place regardless of the season. You don't get to take time off. You can't tell God, because of this kind of season in my life, I want to take some time off with this character development. You can't take time off, because if you try to take any time off, the devil will be in just like a hound dog. All right, he's waiting. Hallelujah. Fourth, my, I love this one. Believe your best days are ahead. You want me to tell you why I tell you to do that? Because if character is a process, that means that you're always going, stuff is behind you and you're moving forward. In other words, if you're becoming more like Jesus, that means that there's stuff behind you, and when you encounter other stuff, you're going to be more like Jesus. So in other words, your best days are ahead of you. No, I don't buy this stuff when saints come out. Well, I guess our glory days are, maybe yours over. Oh, no, but my best days are ahead. Hallelujah. That's where the hope mechanism comes in. Hope, character, develop character will cause you to have hope. Hope. And that word hope there we'll get back there to this in a moment, but that word hope in Romans literally means for you to stand up. It's a person standing up on the highest peak and stretching their neck in anticipation of something coming. This ain't nothing. This ain't hope. You down at the bottom talking about, I anticipate something's coming. No, when you really have the kind of hope that's come out of character development, at your troublous time, you got your neck stretched out with expectation. I'm expecting it. Huh? And don't be afraid of hope, folks. I know what folks have said about hope. Folks have said, well, if you hope, then you ain't faith. No, you're just wrong. You can't divide them. Hebrews 11:1 said, the faith is the substance of things hoped for. So if you're not hoping for nothing, you don't need no faith. Matter of fact, your hoping, your faith is what gives substance to your hope. All right? So you try to get rid of your hope and you just forget it. You know how we always try to be Bible scholars and mess up stuff that's simple? God made it simple and we can try to mess it up. Now, y'all talking about a hoping. I ain't into hoping. I'm into faith. And well, if you ain't into hoping, you ain't into faithing either. Oh, well. Oh, well, let's go on. So you believe your best days are ahead. Character development will give you the tenacity to never give up. Now, you know, I told you about this old elder lady. She had this dog. And she's walking her dog, little dog. Now, this was true. This is actually documented. It was on the news. That a pit bull attacked her little dog. She couldn't, hollering and nobody helped. The lady, this was an 80-year-old lady. She grabbed the dog, the pit bull, and bit into him. And the dog let her dog go. I think that old lady had some tenacity. In other words, this dog is mine. You trying to, if you won't listen, I can put something on you. Try my teeth. I mean, whether it was her teeth or somebody she bought. Nevertheless, the dog felt the pain. All right, tenacity. Walt Disney. How many of you have been with Walt Disney? Oh, man, Disney. Remember when we was coming up? Always those cartoons and those nice little pictures and all, and Disney World's still around. But the gentleman that started it, he faced 302 rejections for financing prior to launching Disneyland. 302. Now, 302, 302, 302. All he needed was one yes.